Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to properly build a bike trailer. Um, you need like a scale and possibly one of these luggage scales and like a floor scale, because what you want to see is how much weight is going onto your at this point, so onto your seat post. I'm gonna make another video for some new techniques on how to mount this thing to your seat. There's different ways you can do this, but this video I'm just going to explain to you how you want to set up your trailer. So for example, this trailer right here is going to it weighs 20 pounds. But if you look at pretty much the exact same trailer, but modified, weighs 50 pounds. So this is not recommended unless you do what I have over here. I show in other videos. I'm using a dolly. The dolly itself weighs about 25 pounds. So that's additional weight. And you got to remember, if you're going downhill, all this weight is going to push you down the hill if it's like a really big hill. So that's why you want this trailer as light as possible. So right here, you see is 15 pounds of tongue weight coming down because this trailer has been extended. So the wheel axle used to be right here, but I moved it back to over there. So on this trailer, for example, you're only going to have about 2 pounds of weight from this empty trailer. The reason I don't like these kind of wheels is the bearings. Once you put weight on this, they don't roll freely. So unless your trailer is rolling freely, that's why one of the reasons I added these. These are double bearing. There's no resistance. They just fly. So there's not going to be that problem when you load this down, because this thing, it's just going to, there's not going to be a bearing rolling resistance on these kind of wheels. So it's kind of like a bicycle wheel. There's no real resistance from those bearings. But these kind of things, you got to watch out, because that will really slow you down. So also over here, this will work with a lot of weight. But when you're downhill, there'll be a lot of play kind of over here. It won't really affect you. The bigger problem is the weight pushing you down the hill. You might have to walk your bike down the hill. I had to do that. So to eliminate this kind of issue, I'm showing a new design here where you're connecting directly to the seat post. This is just one example, but basically you're going to connect like a pipe or some kind of light thing to the middle here, and that's going to run right along to this point here, where you're going to have like articulation, and I'm going to show you how to do that with just basic bike parts. So like I said, that's 50 pounds. In the other video, I showed a different flatbed trailer. That was 70 pounds. So these kind of things are only going to work if you have like a dolly like this. And that's kind of a lot of trouble. It extends the distance of your trailer quite a bit. So for this new setup I found here, what you can do is you can mount these stems and drill this out. So you put a screw in there. Remove this bottom section so it doesn't interfere with your tire. Shut up. So then attach this to the middle here. I'm just mocking this up for you. So basically this stem will actually, because this is universal for the scooter parts, so it fits inside this. Some of these scooters, it won't work like this, because only on this one it actually worked. But for these other ones, like this one right here, it's not fitting inside. So what you can do is do what I did right here. You find a stem that fits nicely over this. So you might have to look around. Some of these don't really fit as good. The diameter is not as, this one is like perfect. So these are mountain bike stems. And then just take your lock nut. So when this moves, you're gonna have your roll. So when you attach that, this thing will just turn easily. And then you put another lock nut on that side, and you can do it like that. Or you can replace this with the shock absorber like I've done over here. So I'm using a shock absorber, and you just take that apart, and this is extremely light. That's just the aluminum now. And this thing will turn, it will turn easily to give you that third dimension of roll. So that's what I've done over here, and I put a hand grip so it doesn't extend in and out. But so you can do that over here. What you want to do though is attach to this center part with like a pipe, something light. This is much lighter than this trampoline bar from a trampoline. This is all aluminum, and this is much lighter. And attach that to your length, then attach to this assembly here. So you can use many different ways. You can cut a fork apart, and the fork fits into but this is kind of heavy. So, but this is kind of like a universal fits. These things fit, and just bolt them together. And you can use different stems, but I found that this one fits right inside there. So you could just drill a hole, or extend this further this way to attach more to the frame. But this is going to give you this movement right here. So if I lift the trailer, it can move up and down and side to side. And for the roll, so it's going to have to use something like this over here to give it the roll. So you can attach that basically like this, so that it's under here, and it'll lift that higher, which is good, and then attach that to your seat post. I've put like a little clamp here, and you can just clamp that down or drill it through the seat. That way it doesn't move up and down this thing. You want that kind of staying in place. You can use, I show in other videos, you can use like a U-bolt, but that's not as good. But you can easily attach that to your trailer because you got the nuts and the bolts there. You can make like a universal, but basically keep in mind, you don't want, like, you can use a hinge for the roll, but keep in mind you can only have 3 rotations. You can't have dual pivots. So if it's twisting here, it can't turn here. This has to also be solid. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.